Alright, hi guys, and welcome back to Steinsgate. We just went with Rukago to find out that she broke the IBN 5100 and then was scared her father would be mad at her, so put it in a coin locker. And then we found out that the coin locker was emptied because nobody was paying the fee on it or whatever. So, yeah, that's what happened. So let's get right back into it, shall we? We return empty-handed to Yanabayashi's shrine, which is dyed scarlet in the setting sun. Rukago lets go of my hand after we arrive. We spent the whole walk hand in hand. Then she turns to me. So this is goodbye. Yeah. I'm really happy that I could train with you again. She smiles shyly again, but her cheeks are dyed pink. I can tell she's desperately holding back her tears. But those tears hold a different meaning than the ones I saw before I time leaped. At least, I'd like to think so. I didn't really do anything boyfriend-like for you, did I? That doesn't matter. Yeah, you're right. I'm sincerely relieved. Because Rukago smiled for me. Please, save Mayuri-chan. Mayuri-chan is really important to me. Rukago. Please go already. If you don't, I might cry. So please. Thank you for everything. This is when I use that phrase, right? El Sai Congoli. It's Congru. I find myself smiling. Rukago voices a smile too. El Sai Congru. She bows deeply. She doesn't raise her head. A sign for me to go already. I turn back to the archway at the shrine's entrance. My feet are heavy. They won't advance. I stop in front of the stairs. Then I take out my phone. Okabe, Mayuri called. She was mad. You stood her up on your promise to go to Kamima. Christina, I need you to enter a number into the phone wave, name subject to change. What? Explain yourself. Please, just do it. I'm sending an email. I hear a sigh on the other end of the phone. The number is... I tell her Rukago's mother's pager number with another string of numbers attached. I'm not reading all that, but there you go. Meat, veg, meat, veg. When she sees this, Rukago's mother will probably think it's a prank. And then she'll assume the email we sent earlier was also a prank. If that still doesn't change the world line, we can just try something else. Pagers in 1992 didn't display the sender's number. Rukago's mother won't know who sent it. I already told Kurisu the timer setting. Everything's ready. I hang up once I confirm that the 42-inch CRT is on. Now I just need to call the phone wave. Then the world line will change. Rukago will turn back into a guy. Her memories will disappear. Mary won't die today. However, I hesitate to open my address book. God damn it, dude. Just do it. My thoughts turn to Rukago, who is probably still watching me from behind. If I turn around, what will I see on her face? I want to check, but I don't think she'd want that. Rukago finally smiled for me today, but I still have lingering reservations inside. This time I'm about to sacrifice Rukago's memories. The memories of the 17 years she lived as a girl on this world line. The memories of her parents, who rejoiced when their daughter was born. I'm about to erase all that. But if I don't, I will be rejecting the 17 years Rukago lived as a guy. I will be rejecting the memories of his parents who rejoiced when their son was born. Even so, is it okay to turn Rukago back into a guy? Yes. Yes, it is. I'm lost and cannot take another step. I've sacrificed the memories of two friends already. The sight of their tears is burned into my mind. Something soft presses against my back. Rukago embraces me from behind. Oh god. I hear faint sobbing. What expression is she making now? Even without looking, I can tell. I really don't want to change back. Her words are like needles stabbing into my heart. Because if I change back into a guy, I'll have to hide my feelings for you. It would be wrong of me to love you if I'm a guy. I mean, not really. I have nothing against homosexuals, but unfortunately, I am heterosexual. I won't be able to answer Rukuko's feelings if he's a guy. My memories of today will vanish too, won't they? That we held hands and walked together, that we trained together after such a long time, that I'm touching Okabe-san's body right now. I don't want to forget. I don't. Because I love you. I love you, Okabe-san. I want to save Mary-chan too, but I understand there's no other way, but it still hurts. At the very least, I want to keep my memories of today. If I'd known it would hurt this much, then I never would have wished to become a girl in the first place. Rukuko. I'm sorry. I know that doesn't matter to you, right? Even as a guy, you're still Rukuko to me. That won't change. Yes, it makes me happy to hear you say that. Okabe-san, please send the email. Please, send it quickly. If you let me feel your warmth any longer, I might say even worse things. I can't hold back my feelings anymore. Rukuko, is this really okay? Yes! Okabe-san, please. I'm about to sacrifice someone again. Is it my place to make that decision? Come on. My fingers tremble around my phone. But Rukuko embraces those trembling fingers with her own. Will you remember me? Yes, I will. I will. Oh shit. Oh shit. How do I send an email? I don't even fucking know. Oh god. Help. I don't know how to send one. Eh? Do I? No, I don't call it. Or, yeah, I do. Rukuko places her finger on top of mine. On top of the send button. Thank you, Okabe-san. Farewell, my love. Will it change? 0.523307. Hey, chapter 9. I didn't fuck up this time. The warmth of Rukuko's hand slips away as the vertigo hits me. Holy shit. Flashbang. I'm still at the shrine, but I no longer feel Rukuko clinging to my back. I turn around slowly. Rukuko is standing a short distance away, as if to see me off. No tears, just a bewildered smile. My chest feels like it's about to burst. I hold it back. Hey, Rukuko. Yes? You're... I hesitate for a moment, but I have to know. You're a guy, right? Yes? She's gone. He has returned. Cuter than any girl. Looks good in Miko robes. But he's a guy. You just gotta bring that home, don't you? I bite my lip. Do you like me? What? I don't understand. Do you like me? I respect you. He respects me. I don't deserve his respect. But that's not what matters now. Rukuko's answer seemed clear, but wasn't. He didn't answer my question. If I change back into a guy, I'll have to hide my feelings for you. Rukuko might still like me, even though he's a guy again. However, he'll never speak honestly about those feelings. This is what Rukuko decided for himself. It would be wrong to pry any further. Maybe I'm just running away. Maybe I should pry force him to confront his feelings. But I'm not strong enough to accept the consequences. I'll just end up hurting Rukuko. Thanks. You are my disciple, now and forever. Agreed? Yes, of course I am. I look away, unable to bear his shy smile. The world line has changed. Rukuko is a guy again. Look at that weird-ass computer. Which means the IBN 5100 should be here at the shrine. On the previous world line, girl Rukuko broke the IBN 5100 while cleaning the storehouse. But guy Rukuko didn't clean the storehouse. He never broke the IBN 5100. It's 6:46 p.m. Judging by past experience, it's very likely that I've averted Mary's death for today, but just in case, I should get back to the lab within the hour. Rukuko, do you remember breaking an old computer in the shrine storehouse last year? An old computer? No, I don't remember anything like that. I don't really understand computers. I haven't played with them much. When Rukuko was a girl, she trembled when I asked her the same question. Then she forced a smile, as if to avoid admitting that she broke the computer. But he's not trembling now. Rukuko honestly doesn't know. Go get your father for me. I asked Rukuko to fetch his father for me so I can ask him whether or not the IBN 5100 was in the storehouse. An old computer. Yes, I do remember. I'll go check. Please wait a moment. He heads into the storeroom out back, just like on the previous world line. But on the previous world line, the IBN 5100 was no longer in the storehouse since girl Rukuko had secretly moved it. How will it turn out this time? Ruka's dad returns after about 10 minutes. His expression is grave. That's all the answer I need. Nothing has changed. It's gone. I couldn't find it anywhere. I quickly glance at Rukuko's face. Blank. He doesn't seem to know anything. Rukuko is innocent. I'm sure of it. The lock on the storehouse was broken. Someone may have stolen it. Stolen it? It didn't disappear? A thief took it? There's evidence someone dragged something heavy away. That wasn't there at the end of your cleaning, and the lock wasn't broken when I checked last month. I never expected a thief would break in. Then shouldn't we report it to the police? While they discuss what to do, I sigh and consider the situation. This isn't going to work. The IBN 5100 is still out of reach. There are 2 emails left to cancel. Something tells me that if I cancel just one more, I can get back the IBN 5100. It's Moeka's. But which one? Okabe-san, I don't really understand, but please don't be sad. Just go. It matters not, like you always do. I chuckle. Rukuko's so adorable when he's trying to cheer me up. But he's a guy. You're using that phrase wrong, you know. I wave goodbye and leave the shrine. 2 emails remain. First, the one I sent to myself with the winning Lotto 6 numbers. That one should be easy to cancel. The problem is the other one, the one sent by someone I wish I could forget. Kiryu Moeka. I know the gist of her email since she sent it as part of our early experiments. When Moeka asked to send a email, I agreed under 2 conditions. First, make the content simple enough that the email's effects would be obvious. Second, make the context public to all lab mems. Moeka ended up sending a email to prevent herself from buying a new phone a few days prior. The email was sent to July 31st, an easy date to remember. The question is how it relates to the theft of the IBN 5100. It must be the butterfly effect, as it was with Rukuko's email. This time, however, I will not hesitate to do what is necessary. Kiryu Moeka does not deserve my sympathy. That woman and her men have killed Mayuri more times than I can bear to remember. I will show her no mercy. There's just one problem. The cancellation email needs to be sent from Moeka's own phone. I don't think a message from me telling her not to change phones would sway Moeka's intentions in the slightest. I need her phone, but I don't know where to find her. What do I do? Send her an email? I return to the lab and set things up so I can leap at a moment's notice. Fortunately, that isn't necessary. Phew, I'm stuffed. I barely ate today, so I was hungry. Is there more tomorrow? Yeah, and the day after too. Mayuri just got back from Kamima 30 minutes ago. She and Karasu, who stayed behind at the lab, have just finished eating cup noodles. It's already past 8, and so far nothing has happened. Mayuri is still alive. Going by the pattern, her death has probably been postponed until about this time tomorrow. Is this the will of some higher being? God? Fate? The universe itself? Or is it merely coincidence? That doesn't matter now. Okie dokie, Mayushi's got an early day tomorrow, so I'm going home. Mayuri takes a big stretch and starts getting ready to go home. She's been up since 5 this morning. Looks like she plans to wake up early tomorrow too. That reminds me, I haven't seen Daru at all. He's fighting in the Kamima Holy War too, so that doesn't surprise me. Busy checking his spoils, I guess. Hey guys, why don't you come too? I'll pass, but my assistant looks like she wants to go. What? Kiryu jumps up at my answer. Hey, don't put words in my mouth. I saw your eyes sparkling while you listened to Mayuri's cosplay stories. Maybe, but nobody said anything about going. Come on, Christian. I know that Kiryu is an at-channeler, but is she an otaku? Not all at-channelers are otaku, but she has often hinted at an interest in cosplay. No way, I'd suffocate in a crowd like that. It's not as crowded on day 2. If you're worried, come in the afternoon. All the popular stuff will be sold out, though. You go, Okabe. You're Mayuri's guardian, aren't you? No, Mayushi is Okarin's hostage. Oh, right. That's what it was. Well, you don't want your hostage to escape, do you? Shouldn't you take her along in handcuffs or something? I've got business in Akiba. What do you mean, business? Search for Kiryu Moeka. I already sent her an email. We need to talk, and now I'm awaiting her reply. Something tells me it's not going to work. No answer? I guess it was just an excuse. Christina, we need to talk. Again? Abrupt as usual. What do you mean again? Nothing. What you gonna talk about? You two have been really close lately, huh? You're always talking together. Mayushi really wants to join in your secret meetings and stuff. Don't worry. We've been talking about the time leap machine. It would just be gibberish to you. Not entirely accurate, but not a lie either. Besides, the purpose of this particular discussion is to convince Christina to attend Kamima. Prepare for good news, Mayuri. Mohahaha. Oh, great. Thanks, O'Green. Mayuri waits in the lab as I take Kiryu outside. So, Christina, I'm not going to Kamima. You said again just now. We've talked like this before, just the two of us? Losing your memory now? Does our little mad scientist have a acetylcholine deficiency? A what now? Hold on. I'm being serious. You're acting weird today. What's going on? Please, I need to know. I mean, yeah, this is like the 5th time you've brought me outside to talk about the time leap machine. Have we talked about my time leaping? For an instant, Kiryu opens her eyes wide in surprise. But then she gives me an angry glare. You're time leaping? I nod. More than a dozen times already. Wait, what? That many? What the hell are you doing? Looks like she doesn't know anything about Rukuko or my shifting between world lines. But that's only natural. So far, I've changed world lines a total of 3 times. Let's call the first world line where Mayuri died Alpha 1. The world line where first and I fought the viral attackers is Alpha 2. The world line where I dated Rukuko, girl Rukuko, is Alpha 3. And now I'm on Alpha 4. From my perspective, Alpha 1, 2, and 3 were undone by my D-mails. But for Kiryu and everyone else on Alpha 4, those world lines were nothing but separate, intangible possibilities to begin with. I guess I have to explain everything again. I sigh heavily, then begin. I think I get it. After I'm done, Kiryu sighs and lightly pats my arm. Don't wear yourself out. It's a disgrace to be comforted by my assistant. Why are you always like that? I'm even trying to be nice. You're really full of yourself, you know? I don't need your sympathy. Everything that happened is my fault. I'm just getting what I deserve. Come to think of it, every time I explain this to you, I always end up hating myself in the end. Okabe. Don't worry about me. Worry about Mayuri. Mayuri will probably die tomorrow. I don't know how it will happen. If Mayuri stays away from the lab, she can probably avoid running into Moeka and her men. It doesn't matter though, she'll die all the same. All Alpha World lines converge on her death. Escaping the attractor field is the only way to save her. Sorry about this, but I want you to be there when she dies tomorrow night. That's why you want me to go to Kamima? There's nothing we can do to prevent her death. Just stay close and tell me when it happens. Once I know, I'll make the time leap. I can't believe there's nothing we can do. It just doesn't feel real. But it's the truth, isn't it? I can see it in your eyes. Are you okay? No, I still haven't saved Mater. I know, that's not what I meant. Kiryu interrupts me. Are you okay? I don't follow. You're carrying an awful burden. It's rare for her to look so concerned for me. I told you not to worry about me. It's Mayuri you need to worry about. Tomorrow, I'm going to look for Moeka. If Mayuri doesn't die tomorrow, I can postpone the time leap. If Mayuri does die tomorrow, I'll return to the past no matter what. I wish there was some way that Mayuri wouldn't have to suffer. Then why don't you time leap now? I can't plan effectively without knowing the deadline. I don't want to see Mayuri die either, you know. I know how you feel, but you're the only one I can ask. Where did all this trust come from? You're my assistant, after all. Kiryu forces a laugh at my feeble attempt at a joke. You're so full of yourself. We have our plan. Kiryu will go to her first Kamima. Mayuri will be so delighted when I tell her the news. I haven't seen Mayuri all day. You've got mail. Headed out, joining up with Mayuri, we're about to heading out to Ariake, kind of excited. Morning, Ocarina, I'm heading off now. So many people I had no idea would be this crowd. Save me. I want to be with her, of course, but that's not possible. Moeka hasn't replied, which means I have to find her myself. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about her. My only cue is Arc Rewrite, the company Moeka supposedly worked at. I find it after a quick search online. Sure enough, their business is producing articles for PC magazines. Luckily, their office is in Akiba. I try calling first, but it goes to voicemail. I guess they're still closed for Obon holiday. Maybe it's just a bad time? Looks like I've got no choice but to visit them in person. It's the second day of Kamima and Akiba is deserted. Most of the otaku are lined up at Big Sight right now. I've experienced the craze of Kamima several times firsthand. It's literal war. It scares me whenever Mayuri goes alone. I can't help but imagine her trampled by a horde of crazed otaku. But in reality, Mayuri's surprisingly quick and tough. I've seen her weave through crowds like you wouldn't believe. Kiryu's the one more likely to get trampled. I can't help but feel sorry for her. Maybe it was wrong to ask her to go. I find the Arc Rewrite office in a fancy-looking building on the outskirts of Akiba. I take the elevator up, but there's nobody there. I lean against the wall and wait. After about 30 minutes, a man dressed in a shirt and tie appears. I explain that I'm a relative of Kiryu Moeka and ask for her contact info, but he gives an unexpected answer. We don't have an employee by that name. You don't? Damn, I've been tricked. I should have known better. Moeka's working for CERN. Of course her place of employment is fake. Is this the end of the line? Just as I'm about to turn around and leave, the man pounds his hand as if he remembered something. Wait a second, there was a girl who worked here just 2 days before disappearing. I think her name might have been Kiryu. We might still have a resume. I frantically bow my head and ask him to look for it. He's reluctant, but acquiesces. I am disinclined to acquiesce to your request. The address listed on the resume leads me to a beat-up old apartment. Not the sort of place you'd expect a single young woman to live. I feel a strange unease as I approach the apartment. For some reason, there's a police car parked out front of the complex. A uniformed officer is standing out front. In one room on the second floor, room 202, Moeka's, has a blue sheet covering the door. What's going on here? I walk up to the police officer. Excuse me, did the person who lives there move? Huh? No. Then, are you related? I knew her. You haven't heard? The police officer looks uncomfortable. The bad feeling in my gut is getting worse. What happened? Suicide. What? Suicide. But why? When? Yesterday. No way. They took her to Chiyoda 3rd Central Hospital. Doesn't look like she had any relatives. We don't know who to notify. Will you go see the body? I bow my thanks and leave. She's dead? Moeka's dead? What's going on? It doesn't make sense. Suicide? Moeka, who killed Mayuri in cold blood, committed suicide? Or is this part of the conspiracy? Could her own men have killed her, then made it look like a suicide? Today is the 16th. On World Line Alpha 1, Moeka raided the lab on the 13th. 3 days have passed since then. Each time I change world lines, Mayuri's death gets pushed back one day. So does Moeka's raid. It hasn't happened yet on this world line. So why did she die? I don't get it. This is the first time this has happened. How should I deal with this? What should I do? I squat on the ground and cradle my head in confusion. If Moeka is dead, maybe Mayuri doesn't have to die. No, I don't think convergence is that kind. Fate demands Mayuri's death. Whenever I try to stop it, something interferes. True, I'm the one who meddled with the timeline, but haven't I paid the price already? How did all this happen? A few weeks ago, I was just a college student with a severe case of Chunibiyu. Save for Mayuri's grandmother, I had never experienced the death of anyone close to me. Death had no place in my life. You're lucky, dude. But how many times have I faced death these past 3 days? More when you count the loops I've made. My heart can't take it anymore. I don't know how much longer I can go on. One more. Just one more email to cancel. If I can just get my hands on Moeka's phone. Time leap. Moeka died yesterday around noon. I can go back to before that happened. The reason she died isn't important. Whether Mayuri's murderer kills herself is of no concern to me. I just need to cancel that email. Upon returning to the lab, I casually look up at the second floor window. And what I see shocks me to my core. Electrical discharge? Someone is using the time leap machine. Who? Mayuri and Daru should be at Kamima. Not even Kurisu should be here. I asked her to escort Mayuri yesterday. Besides, she's against changing the past. So who? Wait, what? What? The building shakes. The vibration reaches the street. I can't let this happen. The timeline mustn't be tampered with again. I need to stop it now. I race up the stairs to the lab. By the time I get there, the shaking has stopped. I quietly peek into the development room. Nobody's there. The door was unlocked. Anyone could have walked right in. How could we be so careless? The time leap machine is faintly warm. Somebody did use it. Who? Did they time leap? This is the first time someone else has used the time leap machine. Just to make sure, I checked the X68000. As expected, the history's been erased. The same thing happens when we send an email. There's nothing I can do about this. It worries me, but I have to focus on Moeka. Wait, what? That's so confusing. I set up the time leap machine. The maximum time leap is 48 hours. To leap more than that, you need to leap 48 hours and then leap again. The 42-inch CRT is on downstairs. That's plain as day since the discharge phenomenon just occurred. I put on the headgear. Preparations complete. I don't know. If you're asking, I'm assuming not. But you have to. Suddenly, the empty room is full of familiar faces. Mary is sitting on the sofa, working on her costumes and rubbing her tired eyes. Daru is at his PC, muttering to himself. Kiryu is in the development room, tinkering with the phone wave. Where is Moeka now? Should I try going to her apartment again? Honestly, I'm afraid to meet her face to face. I don't know what I might do. That woman killed Mayuri. Innocent Mayuri, sewing with all she's got. I've seen the blood drain from her body. I've seen the light fade from her eyes. If I see my Moeka, will I be able to contain my rage? It doesn't matter. I can't run away. In order to save Mayuri, I must meet with Moeka. I head to Moeka's ratty apartment. There's no sign of the police this time. Moeka's suicide won't happen for another 4 days. I run up the iron stairs and stand in front of the door at Unit 202. The lights aren't on inside. I start getting anxious. Maybe she's not here. There's no intercom, so I reluctantly knock on the door. It's a loud-ass knock. No reply. I try again with the same result. Damn, might as well try the doorknob. Mayuri, are you coming back? Are you coming back to the lab today? I don't know, but don't worry. You don't have to worry about anything. Damn, might as well try the doorknob. I think I said that already. It's unlocked. I take a deep breath. This could be a trap. Remember, we're not dealing with an ordinary person. Moeka is a rounder, an agent of CERN. If I die here, what will happen to Mayuri? Will Kiryu or Daru use the time leap machine to save her? I need to be careful. But at the same time, I can't save Mayuri by doing nothing. So I steel myself, open the door, and peek inside. The apartment is dark, too dark to see. But I feel someone's presence. I step inside. The apartment is practically empty. Minimal furnishings. Only the barest necessities of life. But there by the window is a figure in the moonlight. A woman is sitting on the floor, her head bowed. There's no one else here. I approach the woman and stare down at her, gritting my teeth in a desperate effort to maintain control. Ever since the first time she killed Mayuri, I've tried my best to avoid thinking about this woman. But now I have no choice. I can't accomplish my goal until I have the answers I need from her. I must obtain the IBN 5100 to escape the Alpha Attractor Field and rescue Mayuri. Kiryu Moeka. I had another name for her once. It hurts to remember. I force it to the back of my mind. Can you hear me? Moeka's fingers twitch. She sluggishly lifts her head, but she doesn't look up. She stares at my feet instead. Who? She finally speaks in a frail voice. Moeka has always had trouble speaking, but it seems especially severe today. I noticed her hair and clothes are disheveled. She looks awful, though I suppose that's no surprise, given that she kills herself in 4 days. FB, is it you? FB? I've heard that name before. If I'm not mistaken, that's her superior's code name. Why won't you contact me? I did everything you told me to. The phone in Moeka's hand glows faintly. She's still clinging to it, I see. Did I do something wrong? I'll fix it, I promise. Just don't abandon me. I'll do anything for you, FB. Please answer me. Give me orders. I'll obey. Tell me what to do. Tell me. Tell me. Ugh. I'm at a loss for words. I wasn't expecting to find her in such a miserable state. She was so cold, so calm when she killed Mayuri. It's like she's a different person now. Is this another effect of the world line change? But it's only been a week since she sent her D-mail. How could she have changed so much? I get on my knees and shake Moeka by the shoulders. Hey, can you hear me? Hey. FB, why? Why won't you answer? Kiryu Moeka, hey, it's me, Okabe. No response. Moeka just keeps crying and mumbling to herself. I shake harder, but she doesn't react. She doesn't even resist. Looking down, I notice she's typing rapidly on her phone. Bewildered, I look at the screen. There's a bunch of FB. What happened to Moeka? From what little I understand, it sounds like she's lost contact with her supervisor, FB. But I don't understand how that could turn Moeka into such a wreck. It doesn't matter. I don't care what happens to her. I'm here for one thing. Recalling my purpose, I reach for Moeka's phone. No! Ouch. A sharp crack echoes through the room. Moeka slapped my hand away. It didn't hurt, but her reaction was lightning quick. Now Moeka curls up into a ball, hugging the phone lightly to her chest. I think that said tightly, sorry. It was like this from the moment I met her. She never let go of her phone, not even for a second, as if it were the only thing keeping her alive. No mails. No mails. You mean from FB? No mails. I make several more attempts to take her phone while she babbles incoherently, but she just slaps my hand away each time. Next, I try persuasion. I promise to help her search for FB if she lends me her phone. It's a lie, of course, though come to think of it, I would like a piece of FB too. But that can wait until after I've saved Mayuri. Ugh. But Moeka doesn't buy it, if that is, she heard me at all. Damn it, we're not getting anywhere. Maybe I should take it from her by force. But what if she tries to kill me before I can send the D-mail? In her current state, she might not have the strength to retaliate. On the other hand, if she does retaliate, there's not much I can do against someone with a gun. What should I do? Her gun. Where would she keep it? I quickly scan the room, but there's no sign of it. Crap, that startled me. Hello? Hello? I stand up and move to the entrance, where I can take the call without letting Moeka out of my sight. Where are you? Sorry, I'm busy. Is it... woman? You're with a woman, aren't you? Is that the first thing that comes to mind? You really are a mainstream girl. Shut up. You promised you'd help me with the phone wave, remember? Or is your lab member number just for show? Get Daru to help. I can't do it today. What are you doing? Where are you? Kiryu Moeka's apartment. So you are with a woman. You're the worst. Has she not met Moeka on this world line? I quickly give Kiryu a simplified version of the usual explanation. Kiryu listens attentively, as she always does. Maybe she's more considerate than I give her credit for. As soon as I finish, Kiryu gives it to me straight. You have to take it from her by force. You've seen too many Hollywood movies. You're up against an agent of CERN. Play nice and you could end up dead. Don't hesitate. Remember, you're doing this to save Mayuri. I know you're pretty weak and scrawny, but you should be able to handle her in her current state. Gee, thanks. At least she's not beating around the bush. Suddenly, she lowers her voice. You might think I'm a monster for saying this. Not that I care what you think, but kill her if you have to. Damn! Okay, Kiryu. Jesus. You're a monster. But you're not a hypocrite, and that's what I love about you, Christina. Love? What's the matter with her now? I mean it. I wish my conviction were as strong as yours. Well, thanks. But that's not all, right? There's a reason you're willing to suggest murder as an option. How did you reach that conclusion? Good, you're still thinking. I can't be certain whether your story is true. and I don't quite understand this attractor field hypothesis. But based on what you told me, if this Kiryu woman commits suicide 4 days from now, that means her death flag is already active. In other words, this world line has approved her death. On previous world lines where that wasn't the case, you probably couldn't have killed her even if you had tried. Something would have happened to prevent it. Or possibly killing her would have caused a dramatic shift in the world line divergence. But on this specific world line, her death is already certain. As you've experienced with Mayuri's death, the result is what matters, not the process. I believe the same applies to Kiryu. It doesn't matter how she dies. In other words, I can kill her instead of letting her commit suicide. She's already going to die, so that makes it okay. That's the kind of argument a murderer would make. Don't be a hypocrite. We're not talking about right and wrong here, Okabe. She's unforgiving as always, but it actually feels nice to speak frankly like this. But what about the law? Even if fate forgives me, society won't. As long as you have the time machine, you can undo anything, even murder. The result will be that you gain the necessary information without killing anybody. I understand. Phew, just remember one thing. You're responsible for what you do. I guess that's quite a thing for me to say, huh? After telling you to kill her? It's fine. Your advice was truly becoming a mad scientist. Get it done, Okabe. Bye. She hangs up without another word. Strangely, I find Kurasu's harsh tone encouraging. Who does she think she is? A general? I manage to smirk as I close my phone. Moeka is still sitting on the floor. Kill her if you have to, Kirasu said. Moeka did the same to us. She doesn't deserve mercy. Kill her or let her live. It's my choice, my responsibility. Even after I undo the murder, the memory of my crime will remain with me. That sin, that guilt, I'll have to carry that weight. I mustn't ever forget. That's what Kirasu meant when she spoke of responsibility. Murder is unforgivable, no matter the circumstances. Can you understand that, Kiryu Moeka? I reached for Moeka's phone. This time there's no hesitation. No. Moeka resists. I grab her slender hand and pin it to the window. The glass rattles from force, but thankfully doesn't break. With my other hand, I pry the phone away from Moeka's chest. Ugh. She drives her foot straight into my solar plexus. The breath explodes from my lungs. I gasp for air. In a fit of anger, I raise my hand to strike. But at the last moment, I hesitate. Damn, what happened to killing her if I have to? I know we're past the point of playing nice, but I've never hit a girl in my life. I don't consider myself a model gentleman or anything, but the idea that men aren't supposed to hit women is such a strong part of my common sense that it stayed my hand almost like instinct. So instead, I wrap my hand around Moeka's neck and squeeze. When she tries to kick me again, I pin her legs under my own. I squeeze harder. My fingers dig into her throat. Yeah. She struggles for breath. I feel her throat moving as she gasps for air. I can finally see my reflection in her tear-reddened eyes. Now I have your attention. Moeka is under control, but now I don't have a free hand to take her phone. If I loosen my grip on her throat even slightly, it'll turn into a struggle again. Moeka is hiding her phone behind her back now. I need that phone. Should I let go of her hand or her neck? Give me your phone. Moeka weakly shakes her head. If you don't, I'll kill you. I wonder if I even can. I can undo it with the time loop machine. It'll be the perfect crime, one that never happened. But still, do I really have it in me to murder someone? I don't know, but I have to try. Hand it over or I'll kill you. No words leave Moeka's lips, just rough breathing. Stalemate. Neither of us shows the other any openings. We're practically motionless, but our breathing is ragged. It's taking all my strength just to pin her down. Our rough breathing echoes the room. For a moment, it even seems to synchronize. This is getting me nowhere. I remove my hand from her neck and use my entire left arm to pin her against the wall like in a guillotine choke. She starts groaning in pain. My right hand has her up against glass. Now I pull her hand down and transfer it to the grip of my left hand. Now my right hand is free. I slide it behind her back and go searching for her phone. I have to lean in close to do this. I press my body up against hers. Ugh. Ouch. Pain explodes in my jaw. I lean back. Moeka is readying another headbutt. I put more strength into the guillotine choke to stop her. Moeka's face twists in pain as she struggles to escape my grasp. My guillotine choke seems to be working. She doesn't have the strength to resist. If I push any harder, she might really die. I push harder. Moeka writhes in pain. Tears fall from her eyes and drool from her mouth. As her resistance weakens, my right hand finds Moeka's phone. She still has it in a tight grip, but I manage to tear it away. I quickly release Moeka and step away. She bends over and coughs violently, but she still reaches out to me with tears in her eyes. She wants her phone back. I don't care. I look at the screen. Jesus. It shows an email draft with a string of FBs entered. I clear the text and start typing a new mail. But her phone is different from mine, so I don't quite know how to use it. Let's see. Startled, I look up to see Moeka staggering to her feet. She's like a goddamn zombie. I quickly run outside and close the door behind me. Then I lean my entire body weight onto it so she can't open it from the inside. The doorknob rattles as she tries to open the door. And she starts pounding on the inside. It's a good thing doors in Japan open out. You wouldn't see this in a Hollywood movie. Anyway, I have her phone. Now I just need to pretend to be Moeka and send the cancellation email. Moeka's changes to the past will be cancelled, the world line will change. The IBN 5100 will come back to me. And then we'll hack into CERN, mission complete. Fate won't have Mary this time. Victory will be mine. This is Makise. Get ready for a D-mail. Okay, but what's that noise? I'm having a little trouble here. So you didn't kill her. Good job. I tell her Moeka's address. It's ready. And Mary? Still here. She's at the Bronte workshop trying to get the manager to turn on the CRT. You didn't tell her anything, did you? About her death? Of course not. Good. Don't hang up yet. I put my phone down and resume typing into Moeka's phone. A middle-aged lady comes out of the apartment next door. Our eyes meet, so I put on a forced smile. The lady grins mockingly before going back inside. I wonder what she was thinking. Maybe she thought it was a lover's quarrel. In the mail, I write, model change, do it now, before sold out. Moeka's email said, don't change models. The desire for a limited edition hard-to-find products is hard-coded into Japanese DNA. Appealing to that instinct should work. The insistent pounding on the door grows louder. And now I hear groaning from the other side. I can't believe how persistent she is. Is her phone really that important to her? But I've already won. All I have to do is send the D-mail. I'll never forgive you, Moeka, but at least our relationship ends here. Let this be the last time we meet. I raise the phone to eye level. I take a deep breath. It ends now. I press send. No vertigo. No dizziness. Nothing. Reading Steiner didn't activate. What? Why? Why didn't the world line change? Did the phone wave fail to function? I bring my own phone back to my ear. Kiryu is still on the line. Well? Did you send it? Yes, did it work? The discharge is occurring as normal. So it worked, right? Definitely. The world line didn't change. You mean it failed? Why? Consider the possibility. Maybe the message wasn't enough to persuade Moeka to change models. Could we have sent it to the wrong date? It's July 31st, I'm sure of it. Check when the original email arrived. Maybe her reaction will change if the new one arrives just after that. What a pain. Pounding on the door has ceased. Did she finally give up? No, she wouldn't give up. Does she plan to climb out the window and loop around? But we're on the second floor. That would be quite a feat. I should still have some time left. Try sending different messages. If that doesn't work, I'll adjust the timer. You're a lifesaver. What's going on there? Is Mr. Braun freaking out? I can hear him shouting from below, Hashida and Mayuri are trying to calm him down, but who knows how long that'll last. I don't think there's much time left. Put my phone into my pocket without hanging up. I change the message and send another email. But still nothing happens. Change now, your phone is cursed. I make another one. Send. No good. Why? What am I doing wrong? I'd like to ask Moeka, but if I go back inside now, she'll probably just attack me. Which reminds me, she's been awfully quiet. What is she doing now? Maybe she really did go out the window. I look around. I don't see her anywhere. Think, why didn't the D-mail work? I wipe the sweat from my brow. My entire body is soaked. It must be adrenaline. What if Moeka changed addresses when she got a new phone? I take out my phone. Are you there? Still not working? I tried 2 more times, but nothing. I frantically consider my options as I stare hard at Moeka's phone. The walkway is dim, but Moeka's gaudy purple phone shines in the faint light. Wait. I take another good look at the phone. There's something wrong here. What is it? Okabe, what's wrong? Gaudy purple. Latest model. Removable LCD screen. Model GG01. My eyes tell me there's nothing wrong. I saw this phone when Moeka sent her email, and many times before. She was never without it. It's the same. Nothing has changed. Nothing changed? Huh? What hasn't changed? Why hasn't it changed? Why is it the same as before Moeka sent her email? Moeka's email said don't change models. She should have had a different phone when she sent it. But she didn't. It was the same phone I'm holding right now. There's only one explanation. She never changed models to begin with. No way. She lied to me. Moeka's email wasn't about her phone. That explains how it affected the IBM 5100. It also explains why my cancellation emails aren't working. That sneaky little... Ooh. The door violently shakes behind my back. It's much stronger than before. She must be ramming something hard and heavy against the door. I quickly move away from the door. The door shakes again. I can see the frame starting to warp. She's crazy. I suppose I should be thankful she didn't have a gun, but honestly this is terrifying enough. It chills my blood to think of what her face must look like right now. I've never been the target of such a single-minded obsession before. But unfortunately, I can't run away. I need to face Moeka again and wring the information out of her. Both Ferris and Rukiko remembered their emails. With prodding, Moeka will remember too. I need that information. Crap. I don't want to go in there. My teeth are chattering. This is pathetic. I thought I'd won when I snatched her phone. But now my advantage is gone. Okabe. Okabe? Answer me. Christina. What's that pounding? Are you okay? Moeka's email wasn't about a model exchange. What do you mean? She must have changed the text right before we sent it. That's why the cancellation mails aren't working. Did you check her history? It might still be there. Her arrival history. Of course, if it's not in her sent history, it should be in the still be in the arrival history. I glare at the purple phone in my hand. It's a good thing Moeka didn't change phones. Now I know exactly where the email went. I should have thought of that. Checking now. For a second there, I thought it would be easy. I should have known better. Moeka's not a casual phone user. Her mailbox is literally hundreds of entries over the last week, almost all from FB. Some of my mails are sprinkled in. I don't have time to search through each of these mails, even if it's just the subject lines. Not to mention pounding on the door is freaking me out. Christina, I seem to be in a spot of trouble. If I fail, I'm leaving the rest to you. Don't be ridiculous. If you're in trouble, then get out of... I hang up. The lady next door comes out again, alarmed by the escalating noise. She glares at me. But when she sees the magnitude of the door's damage, the lady opens her eyes in shock and runs back inside. I'm not leaning against the door anymore. Moeka could just open it, but she hasn't realized that. she's so fixated on getting her phone back, she'd destroy her own door. In any case, I don't have time to check her mail history. I put the phones into my pocket and moved to the side of the door. I carefully grip the doorknob and wait for the interval between bangs. Now, I yank the door open. A coffee table flies out and smashes into the walkway railing. Moeka Bay! Her screech raises hairs all over my body. She's standing in the entrance like a revenant at the gates of hell. I step back. My knees tremble, but then I remember what I'm here to do. I gather my resolve, enter the room, and close the door behind me. And this is where I'm going to leave you guys, because it's been about the right amount of time for the recording. So, sorry not sorry. I hope that you guys enjoyed. It's getting pretty crazy. I already know what's going to happen, because I've seen the anime, but you know. So I hope that you guys enjoyed what you've seen so far, and hopefully you will be back for more. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and make sure you tell me below what you think of my model and her outfit that changed in one episode. But I hope to see you guys sometime soon for the next episode. And yeah, have a great day, guys, or night, or evening, or afternoon, or whatever it is for you, wherever you are. And we'll get back into this soon. See ya.